Welcome to today's practice video. This group started in Melbourne back in March 2020, and our daily movement and mindfulness practices are still going today. Please subscribe to the channel. You're welcome to share this. If you would like to join our daily practice, drop us a note. Details are on the About tab on the YouTube channel. Remember that the journey of 1,000 miles starts beneath your feet, so I hope you will be inspired to join us for daily practice. Welcome to practice, everyone. Today we're going to do a little bit of work on our shoulders, and we might do a little bit more in-depth into some of the Wudang animals, some of the trickier ones, maybe the leopard and the snake. The dog has joined us for practice. Yeah, but let's just start in a seated position. Just allow ourselves to arrive into the practice. You might like to close down your eyes. Just take a moment to let whatever busyness is in your mind settle. You might like to bring your attention to sounds out in the street, sounds in the room around you. You might bring your awareness to the breath without trying to change it. Just notice whether it's fast or slow, deep or shallow. So often during our day, we may be holding our breath, we may be breathing in a way that we're completely unconscious of. Our thoughts can take us in many directions. I read yesterday that on average, humans have 64,000 thoughts every day. Probably not too many good ones, but 64,000. It's hard to get your head around how that works. But when I was reading it, I just thought more about this idea that we need to commit time to training our minds. We leave our minds free rein, they'll take us in so many crazy directions. So we need to spend this time to just allow ourselves to become still, to practice the art of becoming still, to take us out of the mindset of everybody is wrong, everybody is confused, this is a terrible year. Yesterday, I talked to a friend of mine who had an unrelenting narrative of the world is going to hell and everything is against us and why can't we fix it? And I didn't really offer any advice, but it made me think a lot about that idea of how can we have a positive effect on other people. We do this through our example. Before we can help anyone else, we need to be able to help ourselves, because we can't hide our habit energy. If our mind is busy, we're not much use to anyone else. Let's take our arms down by the side. We'll inhale to reach up. Feel like there's a heavy weight on the hands. Draw in new energy, turn the palms. Maybe feel like we're letting go of anything that doesn't serve us today. Inhaling to reach up again. Exhale. Just feel the shoulders drop. Feel all the energy just move down towards the sit bones.
One more time. Let's inhale to reach up. Exhale, let it go. Let's take one hand to the heart center, opposite hand to the lower belly. Let's just take a moment to get a sense for where our breath is at. Might feel the lower hand expanding as we breathe in. And then hand coming back towards the spine as we sigh it out. Often our biggest issue with becoming still and mind becoming quieter is our inner critic, the inner dialogue that we all have, passing judgments on ourselves, critiquing so many elements of how we live our lives. And none of this really serves us. My favorite Tao story is the one about the donkey. Father and son are walking along the road, and they hear some chatter by the side of the road. Why would you walk a donkey and not ride it? What idiots. And so the father picks up his son and puts the son on the donkey and keeps walking along the road. And then after a little more, he hears another neighbor say, "What a spoiled kid riding the donkey while his old father walks." The father feels a little bit of shame, and so takes the son off the donkey and gets onto the donkey himself, keeps walking along the road. After a little while, they pass another house. People sitting there say, "What idiots. Why are they out not both sitting on the donkey?" So the father pulls the son up and they both ride the donkey, keep on their way. After a little while, the next house, someone sitting at the front says, "How cruel to weigh down that donkey with so much weight." The father and son both get off the donkey and they pick up the donkey and start carrying the donkey with them. And then no one else comments as they pass the next houses because all the neighbors are laughing too hard. This is a story of Zhuangzi, my favorite Taoist writer, and I guess it's just to illustrate this idea that all of the commentary, all of the judgments that we make about ourselves or when we listen to others and adapt our behavior, none of it really serves us. All right, let's bring our hands together. We're going to start by opening out through our shoulders. Let's inhale to take our hand and opposite elbow, take the arms above the head. Take a breath and drop the shoulders. Let's inhale, fingers come up. And again, we just drop the shoulders down. And then we exhale to drop the elbows down. We're in a big W. Let's inhale, elbows come into the side of the body, palms up. And then we exhale to push out. Just drop the weight into the back of your body. So wrap the arms around, take a breath. And let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fingers reach up, elbows, shoulders drop down. Inhale, elbows come down, just feel the palms gently tugging behind, chest open. And then exhale, elbows into the side of the body. Inhale to push out, energy going in both directions. And exhale, wrap the arms around. One more time. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fingers up, shoulders down. Inhale, drop the elbows. Exhale, elbows into the side. Inhale to push out. Exhale, wrap the arms. And let's shake it out. Let's roll the shoulders. And then we might come up into a standing position. Take a moment to find your feet on the ground. Maybe lift up the toes, place them back down. Arms down by the side of the body. Just feel the weight into the heels. Bring your attention to the breath, breathing through the abdomen, the lower belly. Let's start just by rolling through our wrists. Come back the other direction. And let's move to the elbows, taking the hands out, turn the elbows and see if you can rotate right through the elbow joints, taking the hands forward and back. And let's change directions. Let's bring the hands up to the shoulders, big rooster, elbows out wide. And switch directions. Let's take one arm up and one arm down and just open through the chest, pulsing behind. Switching from side to side. And we're going to take elbows out to the side and then cross the arms over. Let's roll the shoulders again. Opening the chest as we go. I'm going to take a quite ungainly coordination challenge, taking one arm forward while the other arm comes back. Probably doesn't look very pretty, but have a go at it, just moving through your shoulder joints. Now let's switch. As ridiculous as you feel, you probably look even sillier. That's all good. Just feel like you're carrying your donkey down the street with pride. And let's roll through the shoulders. We're going to give our shoulders a bit of a workout today. All right, if you have your stick or belt handy, let's just call it a prop. Just going to grab it and let's take it behind the body first, palms facing towards the front. We're just going to slowly take it behind the body as far as you can. And just move with your breath. This isn't a big movement. Press through the heels. Just keep the awareness of your breath focused on the belly. Shoulders are relaxed. And check there's no tension in your neck and your jaw. Okay, let's bring it around to the front. This time we'll have our knuckles facing front. Inhale to take the prop overhead. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. As you lift it up, just check in that your shoulders aren't rising up. Keep your body weight in the back, sinking through tailbone, hips, heels. So we're not trying to reach up, trying to keep ourselves centered, balanced. And the next time we're going to take it behind the body, you might need to adjust where your hands are on the prop. Just come down as far as is comfortable. Moving between bringing it forward and then taking it behind the body. Inhaling to lift it up. Exhale down. As you lift up, see if you can find all four corners of your feet. Now we'll slowly bring the stick to our shoulders. Might adjust the width of your arms. Inhaling to draw it into the middle. Exhale, take it out. So we want to keep our hip bones and our knees, toes facing forward. All the twist here is in our thoracic spine, the mid part of our spine. And neck moves in line with the chest. Not looking for a deep stretch here, just keeping our body in alignment, keeping our weight centered. Moving with the breath. And then the final one we'll do, we'll take the stick back up. And those shoulders are feeling it. And let's just take the stick down behind the body, opposite side, in front of the body. Just roll through. Again, making sure the shoulders don't creep up. And then we'll switch directions, down to the left, behind, right, forward. And whenever you're ready, let's just place the prop down. And then let's roll through the shoulders again. Take a breath. Let's drop our right ear down towards the shoulder and then just roll the chin into the chest. And then take the left ear down towards the left shoulder, roll towards the chest. All right, so today we're going to come back to our Wudang animals, and we won't do the whole series. We'll just start with the leopard. So we're going to bring our feet to hip width apart. Bend those knees a little like we do in the Wuji stance. Back of the knees are soft, tailbone is tucked. I'm just going to spend a few moments just drawing our hands so the right arm is on top, the left arm underneath. Palm should be along the center line of the body. And feel the weight press down through the feet. Shoulders are relaxed down. No tension in your teeth, in your jaw. Right. Bring your attention to the tongue just resting on the roof of the mouth. We use every form to teach us balance. This ability to move between fast and slow, hot and cold, doing and being. Not looking for a true way or the right way, we're just looking for balance. Acknowledging that all forces exist in the world. Whatever is born will die, whatever grows will decay. So we're just looking for the middle way. Let's inhale together. Exhale, we're going to shift our weight to our right leg and then very slowly lift the left knee and step out. Once you step out, check that your knee is stacked over your ankle, close enough to it. And then we're going to sweep the lower arm, the left arm out and behind the body. Now, this is the important bit. We lift up our toes on both feet and we swivel, pressing into the heel. First, the left foot turns to the front and then the right foot turns to the right. And then we bend knee over ankle. So let's just practice that stepping out before we bring the hands into it. So we shift our weight onto our right foot. You should be able to stand on your one leg here. Just take your balance. We step out, sweep the lower hand out. We bring it right behind the body, so we're opening our chest. Then we lift the toes on both feet. Left foot comes up and moves to the front. Right foot comes out. And now our right knee is stacked over our ankle on the opposite side. Try one more time. Stacking the hands. palm facing towards palm. Bend the knees. Shift the balance of the weight into the right foot. Step out. Sweep the hand down, around and behind. Lift the toes. Move the feet to the opposite direction. Now that hand at the back is going to come up, opening the chest, brush past the ear, and press out. And this lower hand is going to press in the opposite direction, pushing down. So you might remember the pushing, lifting the sky and pushing the earth when we do this form. So we're looking for a similar sense of centering, but while our body is in the side position. Let's come back to start. Take a breath. Let's inhale together. Exhale, we shift the weight onto our right leg. We lift. Best way to keep your balance is to lift just your toes and your ankle and your heel up, but keeping the ball of your foot connected to the earth. This way you can get that sense of just balancing on one leg without actually lifting the opposite leg. So toes and heel come up, and then you step out, sweep the arm, lift the toes, turn the feet, hand comes behind, the ear pushes out, right hand pushes out. Sweep the top hand around. We turn the toes back in and we shift our weight back onto the right foot and we step the left foot down, bringing the right hand under, left hand on top. Take a breath. Let's try it to the other side. Let's inhale together. Shift the weight onto the left leg this time. Lift up the toes and the heel. We step out. Sweep the hand out. Lift the toes, turn the feet around. And we brush past the ear, press out. You want to feel this whole side of the body open and long, pressing in both directions. Left hand pushing down, right hand pushing up. You want to feel that openness through the chest, through the shoulder. If you feel like you're too much turned in, just twist through this mid part of the spine, the thoracic spine. Take a breath. Let's sweep the right arm forward. We turn and lift our left toes, and then we're going to press through, bring our balance of the weight onto our left leg, and we exhale down. All right, hope everyone's going okay with this. The leopard. Let's see if we can embrace our inner leopard, bring it all together. Stack the palms, right hand on the top. Take a breath. Let's inhale together. Shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the toes and heel. Step out. Sweep the left hand under. Lift the toes, turn the feet. Left hand comes brush past the ear, opens out. Right hand pushes down. Take a breath. Inhale to draw the left hand forward in front of the body. Turn the toes. Step back. Exhale down. Take a breath. Inhale together to prepare. Shift the weight to the left leg and we step out. Sweep the hand. Open the chest. Switch the feet. Exhale, push out. Sweep the hand forward. Shift the weight. Step back. Inhale together. Exhale to step out, sweep the hand, lift the toes, turn the feet, push past the ear, extend it out, right hand pushes down. Sweep the hand forward, lift the toes, and we step back. All right, let's shake it out, have a little rest. Just allow the energy to settle in the body. And shake whatever you need to shake. And when you're ready, let's just come back to our Wuji position. Might lift up your toes and place them back down. Allow your body to come back into stillness. That feeling of the arms being slightly out from the side of the body. Fingers are slightly apart. Scan through the neck, the jaw, shoulders. Is there anything else you can relax, that you can soften? All right, so for the next one, we're going to do the snake. We're going to step out before we start the form. So left foot comes out, right foot comes out. We drop down into our horse stance, shifting our tailbone down. Just make sure you can still see your toes, that your knees aren't coming out too far. You want all the weight in the back of your body. Take a breath. We start by straightening one leg, and we want our arm to be straight alongside that leg. Just coming to our snake shape. We draw back the right hand, opening the chest again. And then we lift the toes, same as in the leopard, turn to the side, and we stretch out with our left hand. This is quite an intense stretch. You'll feel it on your adductor muscles, you'll feel it in your hip joint. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle, that we're protecting the knees, sigh it out. Then we draw in our right hand, we brush past the ear again. Inhaling to reach forward. Exhale, we draw the hands together, pressing up. Bring the right hand in front of the body, and we come back into our snake on the opposite side, looking back towards the right foot. Now we start again. Inhaling to open the heart, draw the left hand back. Lift the toes, turn to the opposite side. We reach forward. We inhale to take the top hand up and over, keeping the chest open. So it's a deep stretch. And then we exhale, draw up a little. Hand comes back to the center. We find our snake on the opposite side. Side out, you know you want to. Let's inhale to draw the right arm, open the chest. We lift the toes, turn to the opposite side. Exhale, reach forward with the left hand. We inhale, feel your snake slithering forward, reaching forward. And then we exhale, draw the hands towards each other. Right hand comes to the center of the body. Exhale it down. We find our snake. Inhale, open the chest. We lift the toes. Switch our toes. Exhale, we reach forward. We inhale, left arm comes up past the ear, open chest. And we exhale, draw the hands together. The left arm comes back to the mid part of the body. And we find our snake looking back at the left foot. Let's step back to the middle, one leg at a time. Settling our energy down. Allow your snake a moment. Might bring your palms to the lower belly. Just take a moment to get a sense for where your energy is right now. With both the leopard and the snake forms, take a bit of time and take a bit of practice. So don't worry if you're not quite there today. Our bodies build a muscle memory over time. As we move different joints, different muscles that we may not use in our everyday life, we awaken our body and we allow our chi to flow more freely. So regardless of how you think you look doing those animal forms, just notice how you feel right now. Maybe we're a little more open through the shoulders, through the chest. Maybe we've used muscles that have laid dormant for a long time and we're just saying hello to them again. We'll come back to these forms and practice very, very soon. Might just finish today's practice seated. Let's just come down and find a comfortable seat. Might allow your hands to rest on the body. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to heart center. We just take a moment, maybe picturing ourselves back on the road with our donkey, walking alone. Maybe whatever inner voice we have, inner critic we have, we just allow those comments to be ignored. And of course, we can always stop listening to what the neighbors say, what the news tells us, or the fear, and we can control how much of that we let in. It doesn't have to rule us. All the news we need will always come to us. Let's just take a moment in gratitude. Today when we're out, we see people, maybe we can just watch them, watch their faces, their eyes, their clothes, realizing that we are all the same. We all took our first steps. We all had a first kiss. We all have the same challenge of waking up and living each day. So maybe we just start to see similarities rather than differences. We move away from our sense of self and a feeling of alienation or otherness from other people. We start to see that we all want the same things: to be loved, to be happy. Maybe we can find our place of gratitude where we just stop asking for anything. We just become happy, allowing things to be as they are, not putting conditions on our happiness. So we just take these final moments in practice to focus on what we have and move away from a thought of what we need, what we want. Let's bring our hands together. Maybe bring the hands up to your face. And we thank ourselves for sharing the energy of practice, for the decision to do practice, and for sharing the energy with each other.